And welcome back to some more Outer Worlds. And last time, I found this ship, and I started talking to it. Turns out I need a power regulator, which can be found in town. So I will need to...
I suppose everything on the Unreliable belongs to you now, Captain.
Yes, it
Help
does.
yourself.
I plan to.
No, really.
But yeah, I want to explore this ship more.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Yes. There is a gun. Awesome. Sawed-off shotgun. Okay. Okay, that gives bleed, actually. Knockdown. Okay, there you go. I am going to break down the remaining two stuff. Okay, repair. Oh, this thing's almost broken. Go. Let's see. Okay, that brings up the damage a bit. Okay, so I gotta make sure my weapons are repaired, otherwise they'll start not doing any damage. Well, I guess it's time to head out of the ship now. I don't have to worry about... Oh. Hello?
I'll be with you, friend. I'm Ernie, from the Spacer's Choice Department of Human Resources. Town sent me hereabouts to check on the guards. Now, it seems to me, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but seems to me they're all dead. Mind telling me what happened here?
Yeah, the guards and the locals had a bit of an altercation.
Altercation, you say? Well, shame as that goes. Spacer's Choice policy strictly prohibits dying during work hours. Guess I'd better get to cleaning up. Can't just leave company property scattered about, bleeding out on the dirt.
Yeah, can I use their gear?
No can do, friend. That armor's Spacer's Choice property. Bodies, too. Living or otherwise. Company policy, you see. You don't want to amble on over to Edgewater at your earliest convenience. Constable's office might have work for someone with your, let's just say, aggressive disposition.
I'm not aggressive.
And be sure to stop by the Edgewater Provisioner for a can of salt tuna. It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Calling it not the best choice isn't exactly something you should be advertising. You're basically saying It's not the best, but it's all we got. Alright, I'll be on my way. Did not expect anyone to be out here. Yep, let's put that up. I am now going to head to the town to talk to the leader. Ooh, hey, box. And there's the bit cartridges. Bit cartridges in there. Oh, whoa, shadows moved. Time passed. Wish I could run faster. Oh, here you go.
Whoa, hey, where'd you come from?
Over there.
Don't go ambling out in those hills. That's marauder territory, friend.
Now, how do you know I'm not a marauder?
You talk too pretty for a marauder. Most of them just grunt and yell. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
Is that why you've got a pair of armed guards?
I'm being vigilant. Don't want to get blindsided by some corpse-chewing marauder come stalking out the shadows.
They're cannibals?
Oh, worse. Unemployed cannibals.
Oh,
You
that's
ever
totally
seen a marauder
worse.
hold down a job? Or put a stake into society?
Yeah, if you've got a marauder problem, I could take care of it.
Well, if you're gonna go headhunting, talk to Constable Reyes back in town. She pays for marauders by the finger.
Yeah, did they pay you to chat with strangers?
I am employed by the Retirement Department of Spacer's Choice. That's fancy talk for working in the cemetery. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family.
Yeah, who do I talk about a power regulator?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on the work, honestly.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites, we rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Ah, so you want me to collect what's owed?
4 workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Yeah, why is he a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Alright, where can I find him?
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad.
Alright. Bye-bye. Into town I go. Alright. Now first, I'll talk to the town leader. And then I shall talk to the other people and get the money.
Miss Holcomb, I need you to
Even has elevator music.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Yeah. Hello.
Seems we've got a guest.
Yep,
Really
you've
now,
got a
Papa,
guest.
I do wish you'd spoken up. I
She
do
did.
apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
You must be the town boss.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
My ship needs repairs. I'm looking for a power regulator.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Frying myself.
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power
That's
regulator in
dark.
the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
I don't think they'll take too kindly to losing their power.
No, I do not imagine they will be pleased. But like a parent disciplining an unruly child, you will be doing them a kindness. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Oh, what do I need to do?
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
I can't make any promises.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Well, I'll get going. Oh, companions. You've gained a companion. There are characters that join you in your adventures and help you in a variety of ways. Companions provide combat support. Their skills enhance your skills. They increase your carrying capacity. Oh, that is good. You can unlock special companion combat abilities with the Inspiration skill. Okay. I'm glad they just teleport into the elevator.
Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry.
Oh, no
Can
problem.
we talk? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about the dessert, so what's the other side of
To
it?
Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Can't blame anybody for wanting to leave. This town's got issues.
Life's hard here. Especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by.
Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Where am I going? Oh, this way. Botanical Labs. Oh, and there's Vicar Max.
I'm sorry. I'll just be a minute.
You had a minute. Next one comes out of your pay.
Ease off the threats, friend. I'm going.
Boss's orders. We all got quotas to make.
Wow. Oh, I was like, how do I get over there? But I go into this building.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
I think it looks cool. Hello.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian DeSoto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar DeSoto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling? This season's tossball predictions?
The quickest way out of town?
How did you know I'm an outsider?
Not to put too fine a point on it, but your choice of wardrobe is not precisely common hereabouts. Also, you lack the distinctive worker gaze. Usually either a deadening behind the eyes, or in some rare cases, a wild-eyed frenzy, like a trapped animal. Pretty
That's
universal
stark.
here. Except for Miss Holcomb, who, for some reason, doesn't seem to have much to say to me. Isn't that right?
It's just... there's more to it all than numbers. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe things are so dismissive. Quite inappropriate for a vicar.
Oh, nothing could be further from the truth. I'm simply bemoaning the level of spiritual awareness in this town.
Isn't it your job to do something about that?
Yes, but there are few who hear me in this miserable place. I must double my efforts to elevate my flock. These are good, hard-working people here.
Let's get back on
What would
track.
you like to discuss?
Party, or Parvati, wanted to talk to you about what Reed asked us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off power to Adelaide's deserters.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
What do you think of Adelaide's group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well the leader can provide beyond your walls.
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for.
So what do you advise?
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Is that even possible?
Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Why is that?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Well, tell me more.
It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious?
I'll look for your book.
Thank you. If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Alright, oh, we've got another quest. Oh, journal. First things first. Let's do the grave stuff.